I think Aristotle said it best. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. Gentlemen, welcome to episode 8 of The Rebuilt Man. And today I'm going to talk to you about your daily 5 non-negotiables. Because I believe that if you're struggling with a pornography addiction right now and you're struggling to find a way to break free and get on the other side of this thing, it is the things that you're doing and or not doing on a daily basis that are leading you to having the reality of a man that is caught up with a pornography addiction. So if we get clear on what our daily non-negotiables are, then we have a clear blueprint. Then we know exactly what it is we need to do every single day. Because here's what I believe to be fundamentally true is if you can go one day without looking at pornography, you can go the rest of your life without looking at pornography. Now, we have a daily 5 that we teach and we guide our men through that I believe sets a strong foundation for being a confident, ambitious man that walks in integrity. So I'm going to share with you what we do here inside of Rebuilt Recovery, but I don't want you to think that this is the only non-negotiable that you need in your life. And maybe some of them don't align with your lifestyle right now. Maybe some of them aren't actually what you need. So what you need to do is after listening to this episode, you need to get clear on what these non-negotiables are going to be in your life for you and begin to live those out, begin to walk them out, begin to walk in integrity and do the things you say you're going to do. Because your confidence is going to be directly tied to your ability to keep the promises you make to yourself. And if you're struggling with having the confidence of getting free from pornography, chances are there's areas in your life that you are not fulfilling your responsibilities and obligations. And chances are there are things that you know you need to be doing, things that you say you're going to do, and then you don't follow through and execute upon them. Now, real quick, before I jump into our daily 5 non-negotiables, if you guys are looking for some help, what I've done is I've created a free training walking you through the 5 steps to get clear on the life that you can live without pornography. And I'll link that down there in the show notes. But all you need to do is visit rebuiltrecovery.com. This is for the guy that is struggling with getting free. This is a guy that is struggling with breaking his pornography addiction. Chances are you don't have a clear vision on the life that you can live without this. So this 5-step training is going to walk you through our exact blueprint that we've helped over 500 men in the last 3 years overcome this, get free, and begin to walk out the life that they know they were created and designed to live. So rebuiltrecovery.com/vision. Put your name, email address in. I'm going to send the training over to you right away. But you're non-negotiables, guys. If you are not keeping your obligations, if you're not honoring your responsibilities, if you aren't keeping your word, that is going to directly lead to you to having low confidence as a man. And a low confident man is not one that's going to break his addiction. A low confident man is one that's going to find a way to sabotage himself, find a way somewhere down the road, even if things have been going well, to pull him back to the reality of a man that doesn't live out his obligations. Now, the 5 non-negotiables that we teach here inside of Rebuilt Recovery starts with not hitting snooze. I shot an entire episode on this, on the importance of honoring your word and not hitting the snooze button. But that's the number one commitment, I believe, for all men, is are you waking up at the time you say you're going to wake up? That sets the tone. That sets the commitments for the rest of the day. And if you're a man that jumps out of bed ready to tackle the day, that's a man that's excited about life. That's a man that wants to become more. That's a man that's pushing his potential to the limits. And that man is the type of man that's going to be able to get free from pornography. So the first non-negotiable on a daily basis for the rest of your life, brother, is not hitting snooze. Here at Rebuilt Recovery, daily 5 non-negotiable number 2 is reading 10 pages of any self-development, mindset, leadership book that's going to move you forward. I'm not talking about reading 5 pages or 10 pages of Harry Potter. I'm not talking about reading 10 pages of the latest Iron Man book. I'm not reading 10 pages of whatever it is, World of Warcraft, any of these fantasy-based novels. If you enjoy these type of stuff, amazing. Set some time aside at night to read that type of information, but recognizing for you right now that if you're caught up in an addiction, there's a gap between the person that you are today and the person that you need to become in order to be free. And resting inside of that gap, I can tell you, is probably going to be some information. And the best way to get that information is by reading it from other people who have that information. Now, we give a list of books, top 50 books that I recommend, but I've shot a lot of videos on this, guys. Get books on pornography addiction. Get books on growth mindset. Mindset by Carol Dweck. Read Dopamine Nation by Dr. Anna Lemke. Read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Read any of Tony Robbins' books. Read any of John Will Maxwell's books. Anything centered around growth, psychology, mindset, neuroscience, leadership, belief systems. So 10 pages per day is the minimum, non-negotiable. Number 3 is a 30-minute walk outside, preferably with no phone. But if you're going to have your phone with you, it can be books, it can be podcasts. I would stay away from just mind-numbing content, mind-numbing music. Once again, there's a gap from who we are and who we need to be. And the greatest way to get that gap filled is by having that information that's going to allow you to shrink that gap. And that information is going to be found inside of books, podcasts, and other high-value, informative, value-based content. So the third non-negotiable for us here is a 30-minute daily walk outside. Yes, outside. Don't put yourself on a hamster wheel and walk on a treadmill. Get outside, breathe in some fresh air. Tackle the circumstances of the weather. Maybe it's cold, maybe it's raining, maybe it's snowing. But keeping those commitments is showing you that you are a man of honor, that you are a man of integrity, that you live up, that you keep your daily commitments. The fourth non-negotiable that we teach here inside of Rebuilt Recovery is having an early morning gratitude practice. Just like not hitting snooze sets the tone for the day, having a gratitude practice sets our perception for the day. When we begin to walk out in the world as a man of gratitude, what we begin to quickly recognize is the events, the circumstances, the people that we meet on a daily basis. We become much more grateful for them, and we see opportunities to serve them, to love them, but also in ways that they can help us. Talked recently about the reticular activating system, how it shows you what you tell it to be most important. And a man that lives his life in a state of gratitude is a man that when life gets hard and difficult and challenging, he doesn't go run and escape that with pornography. He sees those challenges as opportunities to grow, evolve, and become a better version of himself. So get into a regular daily gratitude practice, spending 2 to 3 minutes every single morning, finding things to be grateful for, but embodying what that gratitude and gratefulness actually feels like inside of you. And then the fifth and final non-negotiable for us, once again, these do not need to be exactly what you follow, but have something similar. Have a framework, have a series of non-negotiables that you keep your word and commitment every single day. For us, it's spending some time every single evening in our journals, reflecting upon the day's events, reflecting upon our daily thoughts, reflecting upon how well we showed up for ourselves, how well we showed up for others, and did we live out what we said we wanted to do when we started the day? Because if every single day you started with a plan of action, 6, 7 high priority tasks. This is who I need to connect with. This is how I need to move my business forward. This is what I'm doing at the gym. These are the meals that I'm eating. This is the walk that I'm going on. This is the book that I'm going to be reading. If every day you started there and then executed that and then reflected on that and acknowledged yourself for doing what you said you were going to do, does that seem like the type of man that at the end of the night is going to go lose himself in pity and shallow and consume and escape his reality by numbing his brain with pornography? No. A man that spends time every single day reflecting on how he showed up for that day, has the ability to make course correction. Because if you didn't live out what you wanted to do today and you revealed it to yourselves, you're at a higher priority or probability of doing that tomorrow. So our daily 5 non-negotiables are not hitting snooze. Obviously, not looking at pornography is the non-negotiable that we're all driving towards. These other 5 are going to move you closer towards that. So don't hit snooze. Read 10 pages. Start the day from a state of gratitude. Spend 30 minutes outside walking, listening, engaging in high-value based content, and spend time at the end of every single night reflecting upon your day. And brother, I can tell you, if you live this out on a day-to-day basis, you will find success one day. And like I said at the beginning, if you can go one day without looking at pornography, you now have a repeatable process for yourself that you can begin to duplicate over time. And the duplication of living porn-free days equates into living a porn-free life. That's how math works, okay? And like I said at the beginning, guys, if you want some help, if you're struggling to break free from this addiction, visit rebuiltrecovery.com/vision. It's our 5-step training that walks you through the process of identifying the life that you can live and the man that you can become once you get pornography out of your life. But brother, I believe in you. We've seen over 500 men transform their lives over the last 3 years. And I'm telling you, what we're doing here at Rebuilt Recovery is we're literally revealing to you every single step you have to take. So make sure to hit that subscribe button right there, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, turn those bell notifications on so you are notified, pinged every single time a new episode's released. And if you're listening on the audio side, guys, head over to Apple, leave us a 5-star rating and written review. Appreciate you guys that did this in the first week. We've seen some tremendous growth here right at the beginning. This show has taken off like never before, like not what I thought was going to happen. And I'm so grateful for you guys out there. So tap that subscribe button, guys. Leave us a review. But we'll see you next time, guys. Coach Frank Rich, I love you. We'll see you on the other side.